Hey guys, what's going on? We got Jake's Reviews coming after the review for Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Human Alliance Sideswipe. That's right, I found him at a local Target. He's the second Human Alliance figure in the Revenge of the Fallen line. He's definitely the most visually pleasing Human Alliance figure, and one of the best visually pleasing Revenge of the Fallen figures I've seen so far. His alt mode is a Corvette Stingray concept, as you can see from the logo right here on the front. He's probably one of the nicest looking car formers I've ever seen. The visual detail is just staggering on this guy. The visual detail on the robot on the vehicle mode is actually even better than Human Alliance Bumblebee, and Human Alliance Bumblebee has great detailing. So the paint on this one is very similar to the Deluxe. It's mostly silver. However, Human Alliance Sideswipe has much better detailing. There are far less lines on the car mode due to the transformation. The vehicle mode has just a lot more fluidity because the doors on the Human Alliance version don't form the swords like the Deluxe version does. The swords are tucked into the bottom here, so that just really helps the vehicle mode look just a whole lot better. The bright blue headlights here on the front, as you can see, very, very nice touch. He's also got red plastic tail lights, which is pretty awesome. They are very shiny. He's got these little silver exhaust pipes which do the same sort of popping in and out thing that the Deluxe version does. I'm not exactly sure why. He's also got the Stingray logo molded in on here and here. And also on the trunk of the car, as you can see right there. Like I said, just fantastic looking details. The vehicle mode is just as sturdy as Human Alliance Bumblebee's is, and he rolls just as well. Every robot part compacts into the bottom really well, as you can see here, and it doesn't touch the ground. Everything just folds in really, really nicely. Like I said, I mean, it's just ridiculous. This alt mode is seriously car model quality. I'm really impressed with the Human Alliance line so far. As with the other Human Alliance figure, there's a tiny little figure that rides inside. In Sideswipe's case, it's Sergeant Epps. The logic is that Epps helps Sideswipe hone his battle skills. I mean, I'm just going to call BS on that one. I don't know how a human would help an Autobot fight, but that's just Hasbro logic. The Epps figure, as you can see, rides inside, and I like how the doors open up on Sideswipe. That's just very futuristic and cool looking. And just with Bumblebee, you can see there's a whole little interior in there. Very nice little steering wheel that actually moves. I don't know why they put that feature in there. The Epps figure has that same sort of surprised look that Shia LaBeouf does. He looks just like he's staring at something. I wonder what they're all so surprised about. The articulation is actually pretty good, just like Shia LaBeouf. He rotates here, bends at the knee, rotates around the arm, and has a hinge. Head articulation, waist articulation. Pretty articulated for such a tiny little guy. So basically, it's just a really good alt mode. I can't believe actually the amount of detail that went into this guy, and just how freaking great it looks. The transformation is very different from the Deluxe version. It's a little more complex, but I actually like the Deluxe transformation a little bit better. But not to say that I don't like this one, but just I like the Deluxe a little better. So the first thing you do, pop up the back of the car here, and rotate it around. What? Curveball! Fold up this little piece here. Leave the doors where they are. They actually do stay closed for the whole transformation. Pop the arms out here. You kind of got to wriggle them to get them loose. And pull them out. Takes a little working to get it, but let me just put the camera up here. Takes a little working to get it, but you do get it eventually. There it is. There we go. Voila. Pull the feet or the bottom wheels off of here. And basically pull this out like that. And you detach these little pegs. There's little pegs here that hold it in. You just detach these two pieces. Sorry about that, camera. Fold it up. Fold up the backpack like so. So it's like kind of this sort of thing. Pull the arms out all the way and fold his head up. See, you got his dome right there. Peg his arms in and rotate them to the right position, like so. Now here's where it gets a little weird. Pull it down like so. Fold these pieces in. They do take a little bit of working sometimes. Fold this piece of the hood down and in, like so. Then you sort of accordion the body, kind of like the Deluxe version, in like this, and peg it in. And then you slide this whole piece up, and it slides up in there pretty well. Kind of get the backpack sort of where you want it. And for the legs, these are really, really cool. Basically, you pull it down, you extend them out like this, which is why he looked so dumpy in a lot of the promotional photos, is because he only had the legs out to only about there, where they're supposed to be pulled out the entire way. Fold the feet all down here, just like the deluxe version, like I said. However, what you do is take this piece and rotate it up on both sides, and then fold a little toe down here. Peg the wheels together here, or the feet rather. You just got to get it in between the little spokes of the tires, and then fold out these little spokes here in the bottom, so he stands up good. Stands up good. Anyway, so after you get everything sort of adjusted how you like it, there you have Human Alliance Sideswipe in robot mode. As you can see, he's very, very tall, very big guy. I'm gonna have to actually loosen my tripod up here and bring it up a little bit just so I can get him in frame. He's very big and very, very visually beautiful robot mode. As you can see, it just looks fantastic. The quality of detail matches and maybe even surpasses the Human Alliance Bumblebee's robot mode. Some of the examples of the detailing here, you can see he's got a little Cybertronian glyph painted on his face. It's painted on his face. That's awesome. He's got little molded arm detailing here and all of his little arm pieces. And the swords as well, you can see. Corvette logo on his stomach, which is also really well painted, the Autobot symbol on his chest there. And this face sculpt is just fantastic. Just look at that. That's just amazing. His whole head sculpt just looks really, really good. It's better than the deluxe version by far in terms of detailing. The articulation is good. It's also better than the deluxe in a lot of ways. His leg articulation is about the same. You know, you can do all kinds of little... His hips are a lot better. They go forward and they go out a lot better due to this little piece right here in the crotch. The crotchal region, if you will. His knees actually don't bend like the deluxes do, but you don't really need them to. They are actually it's still very cool. So his leg pulsability is less than the deluxe version, I must admit. But not to say that his articulation is bad. It's just not as good as the deluxe's. His arm articulation, however, much better than the deluxe's. There's basically a there's a swivel or a hinge just about everywhere. His elbows rotate and bend. He's got wrist swivels. Shoulder rotates and bends. His head is on a really good, strong ball joint. He can look up and down and move all kinds of crazy ways. Even the hand and the fingers are articulated, as you can see. He even got little finger bends here. It's just absolutely fantastic in terms of arm articulation. One interesting thing, actually, is if you snap the hands down and then rotate the wheel, they will spin, which is interesting. I thought actually it's kind of cool. It makes sort of a drill sort of looking thing, even though Sideswipe never does that in the movie. But who cares? So just for a size comparison here, let's bring in the deluxe Sideswipe. Here's the deluxe version of him, as you can see. Here you can see a lot of the differences in the detailing of the two figures and the details in size. Just like Human Alliance Bumblebee, Sideswipe is Voyager size. One big difference is that Human Alliance Sideswipe has feet, which really fixes the standing problems that the deluxe version had. The only real downside of the figure is this huge back here. It folds together alright, but it is rather heavy and prevents Sideswipe from leaning back very far. I don't think it looks too bad, but it can definitely put some people off to the figure. So let's bring in Epps to show off some of the humor and action features of Sideswipe. Epps can sit on either one of these seats here. Basically, you rotate them around. You got a big cannon. The missile does fire, although I don't have the missile on me right now. Basically, he can just sit right in here. Just kind of operate either one of the cannons on the shoulder, which is pretty cool. Not as great human action as Bumblebee, but still works really, really well. Gives a lot more weapons to Sideswipe, which is good. He doesn't have a lot of long-range weapon, but he just looks really cool with a cannon on his shoulder and another cannon over here. Just looks rather intimidating, really. So overall, Human Alliance Sideswipe is an improvement over the deluxe version in a lot of ways. It's not to say that the deluxe isn't still awesome, but there's just so many things that the Human Alliance version of Sideswipe does right that you just really can't ignore. Just the detailing is so good, and it just looks so great. If you're looking for a more articulated figure, I'd say go more posable figure. I mean, I say go for the deluxe, but if you're looking for one that just looks better and is more in scale with some of your guys, I'd say go with the Human Alliance version by far. And if you're a big detail guy as well. So this has been Jake's Reviews, coming after the review for Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Human Alliance Sideswipe. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a good day.